those kinds of things. Does that help a little? Spend some time, again, with Ron Smrek and Brad, and Todd, oh, there he is, about distribution model. Anybody else? One last one, or I think we're out of time. Thank you very much again for coming. I'm glad to be here. I consider this a real landmark event, and we're grateful for your attendance.
Thank you, Mike. I hope you all found that to be very interesting information. Certainly with the new product announcements and insights into the future, Turning Technologies is not sitting still. We are definitely building upon our foundation, which is to be innovators in the industry. So just a couple of things before Laura switches me over to back to my presentation. Everybody has a response card hanging around their neck. This response card is yours to keep for the rest of this event. At the end of the event, we would like you to return it, and we will help you we will help you to understand where to return it at the end of the session. But one of the things that we do want to make sure you know is that you should take this response card with you to all of your breakout sessions, to dinner, as well as tomorrow to each of the breakout sessions and general sessions, because we'll be collecting data, asking questions throughout all parts of the presentation. In the spirit of a user conference and a learning community, obviously, we're interested in gathering information from this group that sits in front of us today, representing about 18, 19 different universities. So 19 different universities, a variety of different applications. We want to see how you folks answer the questions to help us build the foundation for our learning community, to help us build better relationships with the customers, and incorporate things into our product innovation. So please hold on to your response card and use it throughout all of the presentations today. So before I introduce Mike Hoadley, who's going to instruct you on how to move to your next sessions, we're going to ask a couple of questions, and what we're going to do is ask you to have all eyes up front. And the first question, what is the primary reason that you are using TurningPoint? What is the primary reason you are using TurningPoint? Assessment to know if students understand their material. Engagement to increase interactivity. Individual student assessment, and finally, attendance. Oh, I'm sorry, there's two others, not finally. Team competition in class, and finally, other. So if you could please take a couple of seconds to think through that list and submit your okay. So if somebody could make a note for my slide, that this would be great to have as in all of the above. Let's change this and focus in on the word primary reason, okay? So really put some emphasis on the primary reason and application for TurningPoint. And of course, we have a timer to speed you all up along. There we go. I'm just going to let the ball drop and close polling automatically for us. And there we go. Number 2, engagement, to increase interactivity. You know, it's really an interesting thing because we get to talk, obviously, to a lot of customers. And one of the team members on my staff, Catherine Kahn, who's actually here at the conference, is responsible for capturing case studies and working with the faculty throughout the country. And one of the things that we're going to ask her to do is to take all of her notes and, as she's rolling them up, is compare them to the representation that we have across the universities in the room here today and see how closely they align with number 2. Okay, next question. What is your favorite TurningPoint tool? And there's probably not an all of the above on this one either, so we'll just ask you to bear with us. Although Don and his team would certainly like to see the answer to all of the above, I'm sure. Comparative linking, parsing, conditional branching, standards, demographic comparison, and the ever so popular other. Okay? Go ahead and take a minute to gather your thoughts. What is your favorite turning point tool? Okay, we've got 44, 45. Keep on moving. There we go. Even the folks that came in late that are sitting behind the wall, this, RF technology will reach all the way up to the podium. Okay, you have 10 seconds. And we'll let it go to the bottom, so anybody wants to change their answer last second? And there we go. Other. Interesting. So Turning Technologies team members, during the breakout sessions, at dinner, during the roundtable discussions, please ask those that you're networking with why they selected other and what that particular item was. If we were clever enough right now, we'd do a slide on the fly and add more up there, but we're not for the sake of time. Okay, now look at your response card. On the back of your response card, you'll notice a number. We're going to have a little contest here. And the first individual to answer the next question correctly, as the fastest responder, will be able to make a trip up to the prize table. And we're going to do this throughout the conference. And if you haven't noticed, none of the Turning Technologies people are allowed to vote, okay? But if you haven't noticed, we've got an absolutely awesome table full of all different kinds of things, sweatshirts, shirts, bags, blankets, caps, t-shirts, polo shirts, you name it, they're up there. And if you are the fastest responder, you get to make a trip to the prize table. Are you ready? What is the only sport to be played on the moon? We have 3 responders who think the answer is something. Okay, are you ready? Football, golf, baseball, soccer. Go. At this point, it probably doesn't matter, so we'll go ahead and move on. And we're going to close polling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Golf. Number 2, fastest responder is response card number 87. 87? Come on up to the prize table. So there's more than one of everything except for the coveted pullover zipper thing it's really nice. I tried it on the other day and I was trying to get to keep it, but nobody would let me keep it, yeah. So he might already have one, you never know. Okay, I'd like to introduce you to Mike Hoadley at this time. Mike, as you know from earlier accolades of helping us pull the conference together, is Assistant Vice President for Academic Technology. Mike, welcome to the stage. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Excited to see all of you here. This was an idea that started quite a while ago. I want to say that it's interesting that we're doing it for the first time, being part of the user conference, and feel very privileged, but and honored, but very excited at the same time. A lot of the things that Mike Broderick said are really the reasons why we wanted to partner with Turning Technologies, because they're talking about the whole idea of integrating technology tools into the learning environment, and that's obviously very important. And that's a philosophy we try to foster here at Eastern Illinois University. And of course, then its impact on learning, because we have great faculty who are interested in using the technology, students who want to learn how to use the technology, and the support staff helping in that whole process. So very pleased that we're part of this right now. As Sheila Hura was sharing with me information as this whole planning process was going on, we were kind of talking about how this happened. And 3 years ago, I went to a conference, Infocom, Educom, in Atlanta, and I met several of the people from Turning Technologies and was totally impressed in meeting with them. And then that started the conversations. and we started brought the product back to campus, started sharing it with the faculty, started talking about how it could be used, and that's just developed since then.